Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part one of our very special edition of TWFC Nitro, and we start things off with Roman Reigns entering the backstage area and noticing it looks a little extreme. ECW legends Sabu and Bam Bam Bigelow are waiting on him, and as soon as Sabu goes to use the chair, Roman capitalizes, and he's taking them both out when the Dudleys come from behind. A lot of ECW originals trying to do what no one has been able to do, and that's take out Roman Reigns. As Sabu goes for the chair and Roman ducks, he takes out both the Dudleys. Roman uses Sabu to spear Bam Bam, and Paul Heyman realizes he may have made a mistake. Roman's taking out everybody. Roman uses the opportunity to try to get after Paul Heyman as Paul Heyman begs. But wait a minute, who's this getting Roman Reigns' attention? It's RVD with the Van Daminator out of nowhere. And that would provide the opening to get Paul Heyman out of harm's way. But ladies and gentlemen, they left something behind.
That was a good try earlier, Paul. Too bad you left something behind when you tucked your tail between your legs and ran like a bitch. We won't be needing this old washed-up title anymore. The only hardcore championship that means anything is the one I'm holding. I just ran through 4 of your little ECW guys like it was nothing, but I bet you feel real good about Rob Van Dam getting a little cheap shot in. So here's how this is going to go down. It's time I get a real match out in the ring where I can fully indulge in tearing someone limb from limb like the man holding this title was meant to do. Bash at the beach, you and me, Rob. I'll show you what Extreme is all about. Oh, I almost forgot. Let this serve as a symbol of where ECW is today. When it comes to Extreme, this is my yard now.
I hear all the comparisons and doubts about me. He's a wannabe Will Ospreay, he's not main event material, he's too small, he can't win the big one. And to that I say, although Ospreay helped train me, I've mastered his style, taken it further than he ever dreamed of, and don't get hurt all the time like he does. As for everything else, well, before TWFC started, I proved over and over again that not only do I belong at the top of the card, but I thrive in the big match situations. They started saying, nobody prepares for a big match like Evan Bourne. Then I got here and everything kept falling apart at the last second. No matter how close I got, there was always something there to stop me from crossing the finish line, and it almost happened again at TakeOver. But somehow, some way, just like I always have, I found a way to fight my way through adversity. Now here I stand, with a guaranteed shot at a world championship match. Anytime, any place, however I see fit. And I've decided, rather than use this briefcase as a sneaky way to try and reach the top, I'm betting on myself one more time. I'm calling my shot ahead of time. And at Bash at the Beach, I'm challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now Kurt Angle has a big match tonight against his former teammate Chad Gable. So while I had planned on facing Kurt Angle, it may very well be Chad Gable. Wouldn't be the first time he crashed my plans. But whoever walks away tonight as world champion, just know, I'll be watching very closely tonight, and I'll be 100% ready for either one of you. May the best man win, and I'd like to personally invite the winner of tonight's match to a face-to-face contract signing Monday night on Raw.
Evan Bourne cashes in his Money in the Bank to challenge the world champion, whoever wins tonight's match. And that match he's talking about is student versus teacher, world title versus United States title, Angle versus Gable later on tonight. But coming up next, the Intercontinental Championship match. Kevin Owens hand-selected his opponent in Orange Cassidy, trying to take the easy way out. We'll see how that would pay off, as Owens was already in the ring, as Orange Cassidy would make his way into possibly the biggest match of his career. He seems like he doesn't care, but later on in the match, he would whoop out all the stops. Look at this, reversing the powerbomb into a Hurricane Rana. 1, 2, and he almost had it right there. Cassidy was building momentum. He had the champion reeling when Owens would grab the ref, and look, a returning Sami Zayn would low blow Orange Cassidy out of nowhere, providing the opening for the KO Stunner. Why, Sami? That was enough for Kevin Owens to once again retain our longest reigning champion, the Intercontinental Champion. Kevin Owens reunited with Sami Zayn. And we got some big news in the locker room after the match.
I had no idea you were cleared to be here. Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to surprise you. I've been seeing all your success, and I've got to say it's been a big motivation for me, but I've got another surprise. You don't have to defend your Intercontinental Championship at Bash at the Beach, because a week before that, you and me are entering the Tag Team Stadium Stampede match, and we're going to become TWFC Tag Team Champions.
Are you serious? This is awesome, Sammy. Wait, I could be Mr. Money in the Bank, Intercontinental Champion and Tag Team Champion? This is so epic. We got to get matching shirts or something.
Listen, kid, I'll make this short and sweet. You want to get your hands on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and I want to get my hands on Jon Moxley. I need a tag team partner for this stadium bullshit. But I gotta be honest, it's not about the belts for me. It's strictly an excuse to beat the hell out of Mox, and Owens and Zayn will be there too. So what do you say, Orange? You in? That's good enough for me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay tuned to this mega edition of TWFC Nitro. We got so much to unpack in this huge episode, including coming up next, the contract signing Ric Flair versus Shane McMahon, the death match that was supposed to be. Now, Flair told his daughter Charlotte that he was going to come out and tell Shane he's not going through with this match. We don't know what's going to transpire. That and so much more coming. And don't forget, we are on the road to Bash at the Beach, our next major event. We're trying to pass the time, get these storylines going. There will be some full-length matches here and there, but our next full-length show, TWFC Bash at the Beach, coming soon. Part 2 of this huge episode of Nitro is coming up very shortly. Stay tuned and leave us some comments telling us which storylines you like the most.